Hi, I'm Brittany Weiland, and I went to the New Student Dialogue um, about disability and just kind of talking about um, what that is and different stories about it, perceptions of it, disability on campus, specific examples from video, um, opinions in general, just dialoguing. Um, we also learned about what dialogue is and as compared to discussion or debate. Um, I I do think that our group achieved a pretty good dialogue. Um, it was, I mean, it was kind of quiet at times, like that was kind of bound to happen. But I mean, whenever people did talk, no one was like throwing out some sarcastic remark. It was pretty level all around. People actually talked and didn't just say like the opinion that you think you're supposed to say. Some people would actually throw stuff out there like something that makes them kind of sound like a quote unquote bad person for just making an assumption. So that was good. At least the diversity of it, like actually talking about it. Um, then let's see. Yeah, I think it was good. One of the reasons it was like that they actually had a dialogue as opposed to everyone just kind of sitting there. I think the people, what was it called, that are kind of like leading up the discussion were pretty open. Didn't really like, they were okay with kind of the awkward silence, I guess, and so it didn't make you feel like they would say like we're gonna sit here in silence, like that's all right, but it'll be easier if you just talk. And whenever someone would say that, then we'd actually open up. And then someone who would be normally quiet or you wouldn't think is gonna talk, they would say something, and that kind of opened up the floor for everybody else um, to want to talk. Um, there were definitely more active voices in the dialogue, kind of, the same general people that would throw stuff out there. You could tell some people just throw stuff out like whenever it gets quiet or um, awkward or whatever. It's like that person's kind of taking it upon themselves, like, okay, I'll just say something. um, and then others would actually, like, I don't know, they always had something to say. And you could tell they genuinely wanted to say it. And there are definitely, obviously, the more reserved voices. There are people that never talked the entire time, which I was kind of like picking out, like who at the beginning just for fun, like who I thought like was or wasn't going to talk, and I was actually pretty accurate most of the time. Um, the one thing I didn't expect was one of the there was a girl who was a Clemson basketball player in our group, and I mean she was like on her phone the entire time, and I didn't expect her to really say anything. And she would be like on her phone just kind of sitting there, and then she'd like raise her hand while she's still looking at her phone, and then go on and on and on about her friend. Like, she's on the basketball team and they do a lot of stuff with people with disabilities, and a girl named Hope that comes and partners with their team. And so that was kind of interesting. Like, I guess in a way I kind of just assumed she wouldn't really say anything. She looked like, out of the whole group, the person that didn't care at all. Like, this wasn't relevant to her at all, just ready to get through it. And she had some of the most like pertinent information almost. So she definitely has been around that a lot, and some of the other athletes too. Like, they all had interesting stories. And I think it's cool that Clemson does do a lot with them, so that was good. And yeah, so there were others, like I said, that never said anything. And I mean, sometimes those are the people that have like the most interesting opinions, but there's a reason that they're not saying it. So I mean, we'll never know. But I was kind of one of the people that would take it upon myself if it got kind of like awkward to say something. I don't have like I said something like every once in a while. I wasn't like the main person that talked or the one that never said a word, but I took part in it, but I could tell like there are people that really have more information to say than I did. But yeah, I think a dialogue's a component of Library 100. It's a pretty useful tool, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really. I mean, I learned a little bit extra, I guess. I think that I learned more about the topic itself as far as dialoguing goes. I think I already knew it, but I mean, there's people that probably didn't. So, yeah, it's beneficial in that way. Um, and as far as disabilities go, like it was good learning. I guess just perceptions as far as they go, and just kind of examples of it, and like just being more aware in general. And like we watched the video that was actually like somewhat awkward at different parts of it, and that kind of made me realize like there is some part of me that is still like not put off, but like I don't know, somehow sees myself as above that, because I don't really want to deal with it because it's different than me. Um, where in reality, like it's, I mean, that's like what we want to be against, is to just be that completely open and accept everybody, that like if you're disabled, you're of the same value. So yeah, it was beneficial. It was very good. It's been good talking.